So these are already cooked, but they do like you to roast them. I used to love beetroot as a kid. Cheese and beetroot sandwiches. My granddad used to grow beetroot, and my nan used to cook it up. Whenever I went round there to collect a bowl of beetroot, we always used to have cheese and beetroot sandwiches.
We have live streaming on YouTube. Right. We have live streaming on YouTube. Yeah, I've got it working.
Yay! Claude's got the live stream on YouTube working as well.
Just to tell them again what you're doing.
So I'm doing a roast beetroot hummus and roasted veg Buddha bowl tonight.
I'm going to try and get an angle, so we could just bear with me.
So we have actually got a YouTube channel called Adventures with Clange, which are a lot of playlists from us in Ibiza with my parents. There's a playlist of us in America. There's lots of little playlists on there, isn't there? Perfect.
Just need to lower it a bit, I think.
Claude just wants to get my boobs in on YouTube.
Gotta get the right angle, darling.
Yeah, I love beetroot as well, especially cheese and beetroot sandwiches. So it's now saying place these wedges into a roasting tin. Half of them. Place half of them. Almost people. So place those into the roasting tin with the butternut squash, which we've got here.
Right, is that doing alright? You can see it on there, Ange.
Yeah. Needs to come down a little bit more, I think, so you can actually see the food. Beautiful.
Yeah? Is that good?
That'll do.
Oh, I don't want to break it now. Doing it too much now, darling. It was perfect before. Bear with everybody. I'm just making me adjust shit.
So it also says add the butternut squash bits, which have already come pre-chopped, which is quite nice. And me and Claude absolutely love butternut squash, so that's good. Now I've actually read this recipe through, hence why I know that I'm laying it all out in one corner, because there's going to be other stuff added to this.
It was good and then you made me move it, and
it wasn't good. Do you want me to fiddle with it?
Yeah, can you?
Yeah, out of the way then.
Yeah, grab it 'cause it's going to fall.
Excuse me, people on Facebook. This is what happened when you try and do two streams. Claude wants to get back to a game, so how are we doing there? Can we see on YouTube? That's what we've got so far. That's sliced, that's chopped beetroot into wedges and butternut squash. So you also add the clove of garlic, which is whole, without top and tail in it apparently, so you add that in whole, so I'm just going to pop that in there. And then a tablespoon of olive oil over all of it. Me being me, you know what I'm like, I don't measure stuff too often. So I'm just going to do a drizzle. And then it says a pinch of salt, but yep. Put in the oven for an initial 10 to 15 minutes. So that's what's going in the oven for 10 to 15 minutes. Right, so the next part, while the vegetables are roasting, let's open our pack, shall we? So for those on YouTube that have just joined us, we've literally got these from Gousto, and I'm trying out several recipes, and this is the pack that comes with it. So we have, I think it's pronounced freeka, but it's cracked freeka. That's all good. We have the tahini, organic tahini. We have the nigella seeds, and we have the ground cumin in our pack today. So that's all good. And we need to get this out of the way. We need to get the freeka. We need to get a pot of, what did it say? Let's have a look, because I've never cooked this before. Rinse the freeker, then add to a pot with plenty of cold water. So let me just get plenty of cold water, and then I'll get my sieve. So it has told me plenty of cold water. So I have got quite a lot of cold water there. And then I'm just going to put the freeker into this pack here. I've never ever, I don't think I've even seen cracked freeker. It looks like a ricey consistency. I will show it to you in case you've never seen it either. I mean, I do quite a lot of cooking, but it's interesting. It looks like a real brown rice or some sort of wheaty type goodness. There's no smell to it either. So I'm just going to rinse that off like it's told me to. I imagine so that's it, so it doesn't stick together. So I've given that a good rinse in. Yep, bring to the boil on a hot heat. So when I've done these before, I know you've all sort of said to me that, you know, that it doesn't look like big portions, and this really doesn't look like a big portion, but doesn't mean that it's not going to fill us up, because every other night this has really filled us up. So you're watching Doris. Yeah, you can keep on watching Doris. Yeah, love it. It's a great sandwich. Cheese and beetroot is an amazing sandwich. I absolutely adore cheese and beetroot in a sandwich. So, bring to the boil on a whole heat, cook for 20 to 25 minutes until tender, but still with a bite, and then drain and return. So I'm not going to put that in the bowl yet. I'm going to put that on my cup that I've just finished my tea with. Meanwhile, oh, here we go. Drain and rinse the chickpeas. 1 tin of chickpeas. And if you watched last night, I literally bashed my peanuts with these last night. So they've got a bit of a dent. Did it say drain and rinse? Yeah. Good rinse again. Lose half the chickpeas down the sink. One chickpea ain't going to create much issue, is it? And cut the lemon in half. So, I'm just going to make sure they're not saying hold the lemon back for some wedges later, because sometimes they do that and they do it right at the end. No, it's fine. So, cut the lemon in half. Add the remaining beetroot wedges to a food processor. As you know, for people that's been watching me, I don't have a food processor, so I end up using this jug. Add the beetroot. Oh, this is the beetroot hummus, I can tell that already. Half the drained chickpeas. What do we reckon? I reckon that's about half. And the tahini. Now, me and Claude absolutely love tahini. Tahini is one of our most favourite sauces to add to stuff. You can add it to dressings. I add it to a lot of dressings. You can make hummus out of it, as I'm just about to show you. You can add tahini to chicken. Even, it's a bit... I think it's made out of sesame seeds, isn't it, tahini? I'm not quite sure on that, don't quote me on that. Let's have a look. Yeah, sesame seeds, I was right, it says it on the back of the pack. So, we've got all the tahini going in, and it gives it a real like nutty sort of flavour. I absolutely love tahini. I'm surprised there's no garlic going in this though, but hey ho. I suppose because we've got the beetroot we don't really need the garlic in it, I assume. So if you want to make any beetroot hummus, this is the way, people. Sound like I'm Yoda now, or from Star Wars or something, don't I? And then it's going to tell me half the lemon as well, isn't it? Yes, and half the lemon. So as I said before, these ones don't actually come with any sort of pips in them. So I'm literally going to, just in case though, I always put my hand underneath it. It doesn't really bother me. Never do this if you've got a cut on your hand though, because it does sting. See, the first time I lifted my hand away, and there's a little pip that's gone in. Typical, eh? Just said it didn't look like there was any pips in there, and there's two. So that's the lemon. For those of you that's joined us on YouTube, I do actually have a bowl of water here to wash my hands with as I'm going. Just makes it easier that way. So what's everybody having for dinner tonight? That's always a good question. What's everybody having for dinner? That's the question of the day. Let's have a look. Got any answers yet? Nope, we've actually got somebody watching on YouTube as well. Hello, Mr. YouTube channel, or Mrs., whoever you may be. I can't actually see who you are, but hello. So, it says chuck it into a blender. Add 2 tablespoons of olive oil, a generous pinch of salt. Once again, I've got a tiny kitchen. Right, we've got some answers up there. Now. Alright, dads. Now, you can always add more olive oil if you need it to be a bit more runnier. But you can't take it away. And typical, someone's trying to ring me while I'm doing a Facebook Live. Let that all run off. Looks like a good consistency. Looks like a really good consistency. So I'm just going to detach that. I'm just going to turn it off at the plug. And this is where I taste it. That is a good hummus. Helena, if you're watching, that's a good hummus. But sorry, you can't have any, there's not enough. The thing I find with hummus, when you do it with a razor like this, because it does get stuck all around the blades, as you can see. And I am like my dad, I don't like to waste anything if I can't help it. So, also because Claude washes up, I'm just going to put that on the side. I've just given it a quick rinse out, but I'm going to put it on the side because I don't want her to hurt her hands when she sticks her hand in the bowl later. You're not singing, Dad. Ooh, Hunter's chicken, broccoli and cauliflower cheese bake. That sounds amazing. I do like cauliflower cheese. It's one of my favourite things ever. Right. By the way, has anybody been timing the veg in the oven? On YouTube, we're down as Adventures with Clange.
Same as Facebook.
The same as Facebook, darling. It's the same picture as well. So we are on there. Come and subscribe. We've got quite a lot on there. We've got all our Ibiza trip from last year. You know, when we were allowed to go away. Last year? Year before, when we were allowed to go away for my 40th with my parents. We've also got all our America trip on there. We did a vlog every single day. It's on the playlists on there. So they're quite fun as well. But as we're not going away at the moment, you have to put up with me cooking, I'm afraid. It's always good. So I'm just going to check on this stuff in the oven. See where we're at. So let's have a look. So that is not quite ready yet. See, it still needs a bit more going to it. I mean, you can always test the garlic, it's not even soft yet. So that's going to need a little bit more. So, but what they're telling me to do, once that's done, I've got to add the remaining chickpeas to the tray. Sprinkle over the ground cumin and drizzle with a tablespoon of olive oil and give it a good mix up. And then add the tender stem broccoli as well. And a good mix up. Broccoli 2 days in a row. It's always good. So the people that are watching YouTube at the moment, we do have a Facebook channel as well, which is Adventures with Clange 2. And I've been doing live cooking for about 2 weeks now, is it? Is this my 3rd week or my 2nd week? I can't remember. I think it might be my 3rd week. This is my 3rd week of doing these lives, and there has been a couple of times when my Auntie Sharon's joined me or my cousins joined me. It's been quite fun, actually. It is on there. I'll put the link in the post afterwards, Sharon, for you. So don't worry, I'll get Claude to put the link in because she's pretty good at that sort of thing. But I've got her phone at the moment, so... So hello to everybody from YouTube. If you've got any questions, please just ask. The same with my Facebook page. Got any questions, just ask. That's what I'm here for. So yeah. Where were we? Right. What did I do with my olive oil? Because that's going to have to go over there. Did I show you this hummus, by the way? And how thick it is. It's a really nice thickness. So it's quite a nice solid thickness. And it's really tasty. So that doesn't need anything more for me. Some people might add more salt or more pepper maybe, but I don't think it needs anything more for me. And as they cook, you get to taste it. Enough of that, she's too busy. No, Claude isn't too busy. She's actually playing on a game at the moment. So, she's just playing on a game, but she's busy with her game. And that makes the difference. Right, so that's on the boil. That's ready. They're ready to go in with the roasting tin. Where's my broccoli? Let's get my broccoli ready. So this is the tender stem broccoli. And just like last night, it says don't do anything to them. But when you get broccoli in packets like this, you tend to find the ends, they're not too bad tonight, but you tend to find the ends are just a little bit too, they just need a bit of trimming because they've gone a bit dry. You know, so I am just going to trim that. I'm just going to move this out of my way so I've got a little bit more room. Get my lemon up there. That'll be nice up there in a minute. Put the scissors back, Ange. Otherwise I'll never find them again. So yeah, we're actually really missing going on holiday at the moment, and we're really missing being able to go on our road trips and just enjoying ourselves. I mean, we usually do quite a lot we record a lot of videos for Claud's music on our road trips and stuff. So we've not really been able to do that too much this year, for obvious reasons. But it doesn't mean that we're not going to be able to soon, people. So we just got to keep safe and keep pushing ourselves through and keep doing things that make us happy. But I absolutely love cooking, so that's kept me a bit sane over the time. And I hope you can all see my chopping board here. I'm just chopping the ends off, just because I don't like dry ends. Oops. So we have got a holiday plan this year, but realistically, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to actually go on it. How you, Karen? Realistically, because it is the end of March, and anyone that's in the UK at the moment knows we're on total lockdown and all the flights have been grounded. So I'm not sure if we're going to be able to actually go, but if we can, we're looking forward to it. It's going to be 2 weeks in lovely Cyprus, and we've hired a really nice villa. It's actually mine and Claude's 10th year anniversary, hand fasting anniversary, on the 1st of April, which I think a lot of people who we invited to our hand fasting thought it was April Fool's. So yeah, I had a lot of interesting phone calls saying, are you not just winding us up? Hiya Judy, it's good to see you, darling. Oh, fab. Did you use my refer a friend code? I hope so. It might be why it was so cheap this week. So yeah, so I do a lot of cooking in this house. I usually make us breakfast and dinner. We don't often have lunch that much, but we did have some ready-made fowl buns today. Just 3 of them, just for lunch, just because we've had a bit of a slob out day today, just relaxing and enjoying and chilling out a bit. How you, Debbie? And thanks, Sharon. Sharon's watching me on YouTube. That's always good. So we've got more and more people joining us here, which is great. And I'm just going to check on this, and that's starting to come along nicely now. So I think that's time to actually put in the chickpeas and the tender stem. So this is why at the start I kept it right on the edge. And once again, just touch that garlic and you can feel it's nice and soft. I do have asbestos hands, by the way, so don't all do that. What's a fowl bun? It's PHO, so it's a Vietnamese, usually a Vietnamese like dumpling. You can get them from Chinese's sometimes, and they have like a spiced pork and an oniony mixture in the centre of it. But it's like a dumpling. It's really nice, really nice. I love them. So, where's my recipe card? Add remaining chickpeas to the tray. I love crunchy chickpeas, and so does Claude. Bit of olive oil to the chickpeas. You know, if we really fancy crisp and we've got no crisp in the house, yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great, Judy, if you can. Or just go to them, send them a message and say you forgot to put your friend's referrer code on it, because then you'll get a cheaper boxes for the rest of the month. They're pretty good like that. I'll put the refer a friend at the bottom so you can actually use that. I think you get something like 40% off for the first week and then 30% off after that. And if you've only just ordered it, it's not too late. Also said a bit of salt and the cumin. So usually when I do chickpeas as a snack, I tend to put paprika on it, I tend to put a bit of cayenne pepper and a bit of olive oil, and then I just bake them in the oven for about 20 minutes and they come out really crispy and really lovely. But this is telling me to use cumin, so try it with cumin today. Let's give them a quick mix around, so I'm going to do that. Once again, asbestos hands. Lovely, give the cumin a great old covering. And then it says put the tender stem broccoli in. Might have to do spread the chickpeas over there a bit so I can actually fit this lot in. Otherwise I'm going to have to use a second tray, which it does say if you're doing it for 4 people, use a second tray, but maybe next time I'll just use a bigger tray. But it's looking really colourful already. And once again, drizzle with olive oil. Especially the stalks with broccoli, drizzle with olive oil, because it's the stalks that take the time to cook, not the actual heads. Bit of salt. There we go. Don't forget, if you are on YouTube, go and subscribe for us. Or if you do like this video, go subscribe on YouTube. You can watch it over and over and over again. It means you don't have to scroll through Facebook to find stuff then. Which is always good. And then it says put that back in the oven. Off it goes. So. So, I've now got to add stuff to a bowl. Which I'm actually going to use one of these other bowls actually, because I don't think this is going to be a lot, to be honest. So I've got this other bowl. It says the remainder of the juice of the lemon. So that roasted veg is going to be in there for 10 to 15 minutes now. Okay, is that still you on YouTube, Shah? So which recipes did you get for next week then, Judy? I take it you're getting them for next week, not this week. So that's the rest of that lemon. Let me just put that in the bin. So that's done. I hate lemon juice on my hands, so I'm just going to give them a quick rinse off. Olive oil. We're basically making a simple sauce here by the looks of it. Simple garlic sauce by the looks of it. So it's actually saying 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Salt. And pepper, which I didn't get out of the cupboard. So I might disappear from your screens for a moment or two. Hey you again, Emma. Got wet hands now. Trying to do pepper when you've got wet hands. There you go. Good dollop of pepper. Now, if I wasn't putting garlic in with this, I'd actually be tempted to put some mustard in with it, because that's like a good lemony mustard dressing then. Give it a little whisk, little mix up so all the olive oil gets into that lemon and vice versa. As you can see, it actually changes colour. Can you see that on YouTube? I keep trying to check YouTube so you can see what I'm doing. So it's a nice lemony colour. I'm just going to do a quick dip test. Oh. It's a bit more olive oil. Just a bit more. That was a bit sharp. Go, there's that. Right, so now it's telling me to wash the rocket, and I can see why, because the rocket does look like it's got some bits of dirt and stuff in it, so I am going to wash the rocket. I think it's wise. It actually looks like wild rocket to me as well. Looks like wild rocket, so definitely needs a good wash. So I'm just going to do that. Yay, you know. That's the rocket done. Just going to put that on there now so it just drips into my cup. A rocket's actually quite peppery when you eat it, and I quite like peppery yoghurt, so that's always fun. Chicken Rogan Josh, spicy chicken, ooh, sticky pork noodle salad, and smoked mackerel pedigree. Oh, you'll have to tell us how it is, Judy, because that sounds nice. I'm not a big smoked mackerel fan, so not sure I'll be doing that one, but I do like the rest. The rest smells nice. We did the spicy Cajun chicken with the sweet corn casserole. That was really good. And last night's was good as well. Last night we had the Thai green chicken and prawn curry. That was good too. So just while I'm waiting for these veg, I'm just gonna tidy up a little bit. Just get rid of stuff. So as you noticed, once again, my house is pretty small. So, once the veg is cooked, squeeze the roasted garlic from its skin into the bowl and mash the roasted garlic with a fork and whisk the dressing. This is your roasted garlic. Right, so, hiya Nick Amy. So, I'm going to take the vegetables out now because they should be done now. Look at them. How good are they? And this is the startings of my roast Buddha bowl. Let's turn that off. See, I was going to go straight in then with my finger for the garlic, and then I thought better of it. I've got asbestos hands to a certain degree. So I'm just going to chop the end off so I can actually squeeze this garlic out. That's just going to come out anyway by the looks of it. Or I'm just going to drop it in the sauce like that. Might need to let that cool down a bit because it's a bit hot. Can't leave it alone, can I? Look at that. It's perfect. So let's just crush it with a fork. And it's literally just crushing up with a fork, literally, look. It's just falling to pieces as I do it. I love it when garlic does that. So that is my garlic dressing. Just going to rip some of the big pieces apart because I don't mind the taste of garlic on my hands. So that is our garlic dressing. So it's now a point to put it all together. Nice and easy. This should apparently be done by now, so I'm just going to try a little bit. Looks interesting when it comes out. It looks interesting. It just looks like rice to me, but it's nice. It's hard to explain what it tastes like, but it's nice. It tastes better than rice. So this is where I ensemble everything, and I've got to put stuff down now. So let's get rid of that. So I've got a lid to put stuff on. Oh. Just put that up there for now. It's nice and toasty. That's going, that's draining. So I need my 2 bowls. And as you know, I love these flat bowls because you can actually see what's in your plate. Hey, Kate. So I absolutely love these flat bowls. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to put that over there for now, just while I get my other bowl up. Get rid of the knife. So first things first, the rocket. That's a lot of rocket. Claude absolutely loves rocket. Claude would have rocket with everything if she could, wouldn't you, Claude?
Yes, honey.
Yes, honey. So there's the rocket. Just going to get a little scooper for this. So the freaker. As you can see, is in there. The hummus. myself another spoon for that. And this is a beetroot hummus. And give Claude a 5-minute warning. As normal, Claude always gets a little bit more than me. And then we've got all this gorgeous, beautiful veg. So I'm going to go in with some of the sweet potato first. I think a lot of food is all about how it looks as well as how it tastes. If it looks good, you sometimes get that taste before you actually try it, and I absolutely believe that you've got to, you sometimes eat with your eyes, people. So that's the squash. You can go in with the beetroot. Broccoli. Broccoli's so tender and so lovely. And then the peas, just give them a quick taste. Good, good, good chickpeas. That, and then sprinkle with the nigella seeds. Oh, you've got to add your dressing. Almost forgot about the dressing. So it said add the dressing over the veg, the rice, the freekeh, sorry. Add a bit over mine. And then the nigella seeds. Ready, Claude?
Yep.
You ready, clearly? And that is a roasted beetroot hummus Buddha bowl. And we'll just get the camera over to Claude. As per normal, I'm just going to take this over, then I'll come back and get both cameras. Pause that before I kill my hold. So, this is a bit of a routine here, YouTube, for any of you that's not been with me before. So now I'm carrying two cameras, which is always good fun. And we have Claude.
Hello everyone.
Who's going to try it for us.
So this is the beetroot hummus, is it?
Yep.
That's really tasty.
It's good, isn't it? What do you think of the freaker?
Try and have a bit.
Yeah? She's going to be a real day.
It's really nice, and I mean, that is healthy stuff, isn't it? That's lovely.
And there you go, people.
Some lockdown goodness.
So, I'm going to turn that one off first. Thank you very much for watching YouTube. I'll be back tomorrow night at 5 o'clock.